Welcome to Comics and Chill, where we are finishing up the Sonic the Hedgehog miniseries and closing out Volume 0 of the archive. And as you can see, I have upgraded since the last episode. Over here we have Drail 81 on Research and Development. We have Drail 42 as our Editor-in-Chief. But never mind all that, you're here to see me talk about the last issue of the Sonic comics, so let's jump into it. The cover is interesting in theory, but in practice we get faces like this, and I feel we just don't need that in our lives. We begin with a prologue.
Hey boss, is it too soon to use that joke from the other guy?
The poor literacy one? Nah, don't bother. With Sonic being chased to the edge of a cliff and being accosted once again by Robotnik. The ground is taken literally out from underneath Sonic's feet, and our hero stands up dizzy, and promptly falls down again. Yeah, I'm really dizzy. I'd sure like to redo these last few minutes. Yeah, that's it. Go back in time. Rearrange history. I can see it all now. We cut to the proper title of today's story, Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Flashback. Or what if Sonic and Robotnik were kids together? We see Sonic destroying Robotnik's property, Robotnik being angry about it, the usual.
Curse you, Sonic! One of these days I'll catch you and use my robo-machine to turn you into a robot! Curse you and your Uncle Chuck!
Apparently Uncle Chuck, genius inventor and chili dog connoisseur, is responsible for Robotnik's origin. We see Uncle Chuck construct the first ever magical ring. Wait, he's the one who invented the magic rings? I mean, that's where they all came from? When Sonic comes in complaining that Robotnik is being mean to him. What's your problem with Robotnik? He's a fat little creep, that's my problem. Whoa, take it down a few levels, Sonic. There's no need to be hostile. Apparently, Robotnik is an orphan, and Chuck wants the two to get along. And also, Child Robotnik is terrifying. Chuck tries to get the two to make up, but they just end up fighting again before Sonic runs off to become the fastest thing alive. Uncle Chuck, ever the patient one, apologizes and goes to park his conveniently placed tractor. Mini-Botnik contemplates telling his caretaker that he borrowed some parts from the tractor to build his toys, but shrugs it off. In a stunning turn of events, the tractor goes wild and crashes into Robotnik, resulting in a terrible scene that Sonic arrives at, ending Part 1. In Part 2 of Sonic Flashback, we see the blue blur take the magic ring and then wheelbarrow Uncle Chuck and Mini-Botnik to the hospital. He traveled 30 miles in seconds! That little hedgehog must be magic! And so we see the group back at the barn and Chuck singing Sonic's praises. Sonic, you were resourceful and unselfish. You saved us both. Ah, shucks, 'twarn't nothing.
Nothing? You almost ran me over, you crazy old coot!
But one of Robotnik's robots very eloquently tells them that Robotnik took parts from the tractor. Robotnik mouths off and Chuck sends him to his room, where Robotnik apparently starts swearing in random objects.
Swirly Hangman's Noose 3-star, Alarm Clock Falling Rocket Saturn Black Star, Bear Trap Apple Core Snake Rattle! Language!
Uncle Chuck and Sonic spend some time making an even 100 magic rings, and when they decide to take a break, they are attacked by a monster robo-machine. Uncle Chuck is caught, but Sonic trips the walking scrap heap and saves the day as Robotnik runs into the sunset. And we are then shown that this is all just a dizzy-headed daydream, and don't know if this is what actually happened or if this is just another made-up story. Anyhow, on to the next page, we see the final story of this book, Why Ask a Spy, where Princess Sally is calling for Sonic to get to Rotor's workshop. What's the problem? Has Antoine baked another one of his awful casseroles? No, we have a very scary situation on our hands, Sonic. Rotor has turned into a robot! But 'tis just a ruse, as Rotor and Sally have a good chuckle at Sonic's expense. Rotor proceeds to stuff Sonic in the outfit, and Sally tells him her plan, which we are not privy to, I suppose. Cut to the forest where we see Robo-Sonic is after Sally, and we come across Captain Let Me Declare Out Loud What Just Happened. Hey, look at his previous dialogue. It's starting to become a theme.
Must kill Sally.
Help! Save me, Tails! It's Princess Sally being chased by... Oh no! It can't be! Tails just stands there as Sonic runs off. Sally thanks Tails, and does anyone else think Tails is just permanently on LSD? Anyhow, Sally says to keep this a secret, and Tails gets all starry-eyed, and then the next thing we know is Tails handing out papers in the middle of the woods, calling for people's attention, and looks totally surprised when a buzz bomber steals one.
Wait, so was Tails in on the plan? Like, did they tell him about it? Because his reaction doesn't look like he knows what's going on. And this is going to end in bad leadership and poor choices again. I just know it.
The buzz bomber goes back to Robotnik, where we find Sonic is there doing paperwork. The bomber suspects Sonic of faking it, but we see Robotnik is a few steps ahead this time, about to test Sonic's loyalty, roboticness, by disclosing the location of Knothole Village. In part 2 of Why Ask a Spy, Sonic stalls on revealing the location of the village, and is literally saved by the bell when an alarm goes off, and Robotnik is conveniently distracted. Something is amiss at one of the crab compounds, and Sonic offers to go ahead and check it out. Robotnik agrees, saying there is a little surprise waiting for him there. There is a pointless 5-panel moment with Sonic touching base with Sally and Antoine, and we see Sonic enter the compound, where he sees Uncle Chuck. Sonic tries to snap him out of it, but only manages to call Mutsky to attack Sonic, and now the dog is full-on robot. Sonic speeds back to Robotnik, who for some reason still trusts Sonic despite him being suspicious of him, and tells him to punch in the coordinates to a missile launcher to target Knothole.
It's like he's trying to self-sabotage himself with this level of blind ignorance.
You can more or less see where this is going. Sonic punches in a location, and soon the factories outside is destroyed because, oh, who would have seen it coming? Sonic wasn't actually a robot!
And that was the Sonic the Hedgehog original miniseries. What did I think of it?
Honestly, I think the best of the miniseries is issue number 2. It's the only one with the full story self-contained within a single book. As a whole, however, I am glad I read through the miniseries. However, I don't see myself doing it again for any other reason other than research. The art is passable, the stories are weak, the characters are just as weak, and the motivations hinge on almost seeing the Sonic Sat AM show in tandem with the comics to get a clue on what's going on. But everything has to begin somewhere.
Well, this has been fun, and who knows, I may do more of the Sonic comics in the future, but for now, this is Drill88, signing off. Okay, everybody, wrap it up. We are ready to go. Wait a minute. Who are you?
Who I am is of no importance, but I'm afraid it's time for you to come back.
Objective secure. Terminating connection.